This was the amazing welcome that I and other guests received in September 2023 as we attended the World Archaeology Summit in Saudi Arabia. The view from my chalet in the desert was breathtaking, and beyond those staggering rock formations lay the secrets and mysteries of a 2,000-year-old civilization. Well, this is my desert-based accommodation for the World Archaeology Summit in AlUla, and we are going to be investigating and visiting the glories of the Nabatean civilization at Hegra, but also hobnobbing with archaeologists, academics, and storytellers like my good self. In the morning, as the temperature soared past 40 degrees centigrade, we climbed on board a buggy service provided by the Al Shaden resort where I was staying for the first part of our journey towards the summit venue, where hundreds of people had converged from around the world, keen to network, but also to see the remains of an ancient kingdom in the desert. As we reached the city of AlUla, the venue for our summit came into view. The largest mirrored building in the world, reflecting the desert landscape, filmed here from the coach window. A guard of honor was there to greet us as we flooded in. So strange to see the real desert and the reflected desert, the whole thing playing tricks on my eyes as I struggled to make sense of it. The Maraya Hall is truly a major global architectural achievement. And what a magical moment for us all as we arrived at the summit. The World Archaeology Summit allowed us, all of us, to network with historians and experts from all over the globe, united by their curiosity to find out more about the ancient history of the Arabian Peninsula. We were addressed by Saudi dignitaries who had organized the summit and representatives of organizations such as the Antiquities Coalition, UNESCO, and ICOMOS, as well as leading academics from top universities. Then it was off at the crack of dawn the next morning into the desert, finally to see the promised 2,000-year-old tombs that scholars and experts are now visiting, and hopefully in the future, tourists will be able to see. At first it was difficult to know what we were approaching, but then after a short walk, a massive tomb came into view, carved into the side of a rock by a Nabatean merchant so many centuries ago, the same civilization that built Petra in what is now the Kingdom of Jordan. Our guide told us about this place known as Hegra and Al-Madain Salih. It was the second city of the mighty Nabatean Empire, a place where trade routes bearing incense and silks converged, making the local elite incredibly wealthy. The Greek geographer Strabo mentions it, as does the Quran. We then moved from this mega tomb to a collection of up to 100 other Nabatean tombs nearby. One 2,000-year-old resting place for a Nabatean merchant after another. Well, I couldn't resist the temptation to enter one of them, like Indiana Jones seeking the Holy Grail. So if you've ever wondered what's inside a Nabatean tomb, it isn't the Holy Grail, there's absolutely nothing. Most of the imperial birds on top of the tombs lost their heads a long time ago for whatever reason, most likely to rob this place of its alleged divine power. It's so exciting to realize that these glorious remains will soon be accessible to visitors from all over the globe. You may one day gaze at these ancient and mysterious tombs. Finally, we entered a fissure between two great rocky boulders and were confronted not by a tomb, but what in effect was a large banqueting and ritual space. You could make out very easily where Nabateans reclined on three sides, no doubt supported by pillows, in what would have been a painted and ornamental room hewn into the rock. As in Petra, Hegra has a short seek, or entrance between the rocks, where you can still see niches for local gods and traces of the Nabatean language, plus some Arabic. Then it was time to leave for London, but my head still remains full of Nabatean dreams and those visions in the desert.